15% off of your first order.
Nice.
Yeah.
You said it was rigorously tested. Do you think they got mice drunk?
I don't want to comment on
probably.
that for legal reasons.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Yeah, it is. Damn lawyers. Was there more to the Twitch drama, or did we cover all of it?
I think we hit everything.
Well, no, it's like I was saying before, it's like an onion. There's so many layers to this last week in terms of Twitch drama. There was also chess Twitch drama.
Oh, that one's super fun, though. That one's,
Yeah.
that one's a little more than chess drama. So how familiar, Andrew and Kaya, are you with the anal bead cheating theory?
Oh, I saw this. I saw this a few days ago.
I heard about it.
I know this.
All right, I'll break it down. So there's a chess grandmaster named Hans Niemann. He's very young. He's 19. He's an up-and-comer. He's been making big waves. In a chess tournament about 2 weeks ago, he played against the #1 player in the world, Magnus Carlsen. Magnus Carlsen was playing the white pieces, which move first in the game, and with Magnus Carlsen being best in the world, it's almost unheard of that he would lose with that kind of advantage. But he did. Hans Niemann beat him. A shocking upset heard all around the world, and in response to losing to Hans Niemann, Magnus Carlsen made a tweet saying that he's withdrawing from the tournament, and then posted a clip with the I don't want to say anything or else I'll get in trouble. So this, to a lot of people, made it seem like he was softly accusing Hans of cheating. And that's when a huge witch hunt started. They started dissecting Hans Niemann's interviews, which were questionable, had some stuff in there, so people were rabid, trying to find any evidence to foul play. And then they eventually arrived at the potential conclusion that he was using a chess bot that was programmed into anal beads that he had put up his butthole for the tournament. Because this was an in-person tournament, not online. In chess, there's these chess engines, which will always be better than a human being, no matter how good the player is. The chess bots are just better.
Yeah, like super AI.
Yeah. The chess bots are just straight up better. And they
Just
can...
regular AI.
Yeah. Well, they can
super
be...
AI.
They can be programmed into certain things. Like there was a guy who programmed a chess bot into a small Raspberry Pi that he put in his shoe, and it would vibrate to give him the best moves on the board. So they expanded that. Well, it couldn't have been
How do you communicate what the board looks like currently
Morse
to
code.
the AI?
You tap it. So like if Hans Niemann was wearing a AI chess bot butt plug, he'd be like kind of bouncing in his chair, I guess, to transmit the moves like Morse code to the bot.
Of course.
Well, that should
of
be
course.
fairly obvious. How, to anyone watching.
Or if there's also a chance he has a very good like Kegel form.
Sphincter.
Yeah, like sphincter control.
He has a
where you can
little
just pulse it.
he has a tiny keyboard on those anal beads, and he's flexing his muscles to tap in what the board looks like while he's playing.
He's typing full sentences to the AI with his asshole.
Checking his email.
It's like Dolly prompts.
Wouldn't the most obvious solution be like have a friend in the audience watching it and then send the inputs from your friend?
Yep, that's another thing as well. They were speculated that someone could have been using a chess bot outside of the event and transmitting the moves through Morse code in the anal bead vibrator. Yes, that is another theory. But regardless, that's what latched on. People still believed that Hans Niemann was unfaithful. A lot of grandmasters, not just spectators, were saying how suspicious his play was. And then, yesterday, or 2 days ago, Hans Niemann and Magnus Carlsen met each other in another tournament for the first time since the anal bead theory. And Magnus Carlsen resigned after 2 moves in some sort of protest, I suppose. But he still hasn't said that he's a cheater.
It sounds like this Magnus guy has an ego.
Yeah, he's a very salty sailor.
I think his original tweet where he's like, oh, I'm not going to say anything so I don't get in trouble. I think it more sounds like I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to react in anger and say offensive things.
Yeah, but so I'll pettily hint at it constantly to the point of defaming my opponent's victory.
Well, no,
the thing you have to keep in mind about chess is these people are egomaniacal douchebags.
Right, but that's why he's doing it. It's like that thing that children do where it's like I'm trying to think of how to describe it. The idea where you're like, oh, I'm not going to say anything because I don't have anything nice to say about it. Oh, yeah.
That's called being passive-aggressive.
Yeah, he's being really passive-aggressive from what I can see. That's the term I was trying to think of.
That's not even right, though, because he's not mad that he lost. It really seems like he's hinting that Magnus Carlsen is a cheater. because, or I'm
Magnus
sorry,
Carlsen?
that Hans
Well, yeah,
Niemann
of
is a
course he's
cheater.
gonna hint that.
Yeah.
You guys remember
Yeah.
the other... What was his face? The guy who accused the IBM bot of cheating against him when it was just a better AI, and he fucking cried about it endlessly,
Well,
still to this day.
Well, hang on. He cheated. He said the AI cheated because it had a computer glitch and it made a move he couldn't logically understand, so he thought it was cheating.
No, if we're talking about the same guy. Who was the old chess grandmaster? Kasparov?
Kasparov?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it was so. And he played against Deep Blue, the computer system, the most advanced at the time, and he got fucking beat. And then afterwards, he cried about it, like, "Oh, IBM bullied me, and the room was really hot that I was staying in,
I
and in
remember
the
that.
green room they didn't give me water. Also, the robot was allowed to study my moves the day prior." It's like, dude, you just fucking lost to a robot. It's fine.
Yeah, everyone loses to robots. I don't know why chess players had such an awful reaction to it, but yeah.
Yeah, it should be fairly obvious.
So, just to cap off the anal bead theory, there is a chance in the same tournament that Magnus Carlsen resigned against Niemann, there is a chance they meet each other again in this tournament in the next couple days. And I'm very curious to see if he's going to rage quit again.
They should play while Magnus has a finger up his ass to make sure.
Up the other guy's ass?
Yeah.
Hans Niemann has said, like, there was an offer put out by a cam site that said they'll pay Hans Niemann $1 million to play naked to prove he's not a cheater. And he's like, bro, I'll play butt ass naked.
It can't just be naked. He has to be goat-seeing the camera at all times. We need to see that anal cavity.
Yeah,
Make sure
we
there's
need the
nothing in
anal
there.
cam that we cut between during the game.
The colonoscopy cam to make sure there's no
Yeah.
foul play.
So it doesn't sound to me like this anal bead electronic interference theory is actually like serious.
No, it isn't. But for some reason, some publications thought it was, so it got real out of control. So now that's become the face of it.
Oh, that's just regular journalism, though.
Yeah,
Literally running with any tweet as if it's real.
yeah. I'm glad that happened though, because it is a genuinely very entertaining story, and the fact that Magnus Carlsen keeps acting like a fucking baby about it is amazing.
Has he always been a baby?
No, because he's always been the best in the world. He's never had something like this happen. Bro, you have to keep in mind, the guy he lost to, Hans Niemann, he is, like, in the chess world, nothing compared to someone like Magnus Carlsen. Hans Niemann is just now starting to make his waves.
So you play enough chess, you're eventually going to lose, surely.
And he does lose, but I think he had 53 straight wins over the board or something like that. Like, and to have that snapped by Niemann, who
I don't
I
know what to
assume
tell
he
you.
thinks very little of.
I
just
should have put the butt plug in. I don't know.
I'm just struggling
next
really
time.
hard to think how Magnus thinks he's cheating if he doesn't ascribe to the anal beads theory.
there's a lot of
Yeah,
ways to
that's
cheat.
the only possibility. The anal beads is the only
There's
option.
nothing else he could do.
I'd like to mention there was a very prolific case of cheating in chess that happened back in like 2010 or 2011 or something. It was an Olympiad. I believe it was a French team. Their cheating was so galaxy brain. What they did is they had a team member send coded text messages that would inform one of the other team members on positions to sit at the tables in the background. So then whoever was playing would look at the position their friend was sitting at those tables and know what position to move on the board. It was fucking genius.
That's clever. How'd they get caught?
Someone went back and found the messages or something. I don't remember now.
So they got retroactively banned?
Yes, they did.
That's so weird.
I wonder how many like cases there are at like in the top level of these chess games being cheated, and we just don't know.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
thing,
don't
right?
these
Because
games have
How can I
massive
trust the sport?
prizes too?
they do. They have huge prizes.
So wouldn't you think that they would have a full like TSA security check
They-
before the
they
match
do.
to make sure you don't have?
Metal detectors for
No,
ourselves. Yeah.
They actually do.
Cavity
So
search.
there's a clip you can search if you want. Hans Niemann at this same tournament got wanded thoroughly. He got 2 different wands, even going all the way down to his shoe. They inspected the pieces of gum in the gum container he was holding. Like, they went very thorough.
But they didn't do a cavity search, so it was
No,
definitely in his ass.
Yeah, but I feel like the wand would have picked that up, But I think they should
No,
implement
no.
the cavity search.
Not if it's like rubber. Oh, well, I guess it needs to be like.
They need to
electronics.
implement a deep cavity search. It's the only way to prevent cheating in chess. You know
And
what?
a
Every
public
They need
sport.
to have that little the spinny microwave thing they make you go through at TSA. You
Yeah.
know, put your arms up and then it scans you to see if you have something up your butt.
The TSA
need
is the
that-
only ones who care about the sanctity of
We
sport.
need that in every sport. Who's to say LeBron James doesn't have like a piston in his butthole when he goes to jump that like pushes him a bit higher? We can never
That's a
be
good
too
point.
sure.
Yeah, how deep does the rabbit hole go, I wonder?
There's an NFL linebacker right now who's got like a balloon in his ass to make him bigger when he goes to block on the line. You
Shit.
never know.
Sports are ruined forever.
If anything, they're improved. If you're
So,
willing to do that for your sport, you can keep it. Like,
Yeah, that's just cool. I kind of like. There should be like competitive cheating or something. I like it.
Oh, that would be cool.
It's interesting seeing the lengths people go through.
Charlie, if
So
someone told you, Charlie, with like 100% accuracy, you knew this was correct. They said, "Okay, I know how to make you the top stream on Twitch, and it'll last for a year. All you have to do is every stream with this dildo in your butt." Would you do it?
How big is the dildo? Like, is it like an uncomfortably large one, or is it like moderately?
It's like normal
butt
penis
baby.
sized, so probably like, you know, like a
butt
solid
baby.
turd size.
I mean, if it's like manageable, like it's not going to cause damage. Like, am I safe? Is it going to
Oh
like
yeah,
perforate my colon?
you can prep and do what you have to do and put it, like you can take all the time in the world putting it in. It's not going to hurt. It's not unreasonable shape or size, but it is a dildo. It's like a
You
know
feel
bought
it.
from a sex store dildo.
Okay, then yeah, that's not too bad. Then I bet I could run with that for a little bit.
Wow, all that just to pass over XQC, huh?
Yep.
I mean,
I'll put it all on the line.
you're basically asking if he would put a dildo in his butt for like an exorbitant amount of money. That's it. Like,
Yeah.
But the problem is, what if someone finds out that you're doing that? Like, what if they compare the footage?
So, like, I would be. I would go on stream and say, "Look, I have a dildo in my butt." Like, it's not a big deal. People would be like, "I'm surprised it took you this long to say it."
I'm surprised it took you this long to figure it out. We've been watching with it for